Today, yoga is practiced by millions of people around the world. From the studios and gyms of America to the halls of culture in China, yoga has become one of the world's favorite holistic health practices.
Indian thought has always celebrated imagination, which is mana, the mind. So we are called Manava, animals who can imagine. Yoga enables our imagination to celebrate and understand nature in her totality.
Yoga, for me, as far as I understand, is to unite the body with the mind and taking body and mind together to be in par with the eternal, evergreen state of this self.
The origins of yoga are shrouded in mystery and mythology. We find many clues in the practices of Himalayan shamans, as can still be seen in Tibet and Nepal today. A practice like yoga was known in the Indus Valley civilization around 2500 BC. By the 2nd century BC, yoga had evolved into an independent philosophy and practice, and was codified into a scripture known as the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali.
Atha yoganushāsanam yogaha chittavritti nirodhaha.
The purpose of yoga is to still the mind stuff and unite the basic human consciousness with its original state of complete consciousness, or Purusha. The human being is made up of 5 layers or koshas that act in unison.
You talk of the sheaths. The Taittiriya Upanishad has a fascinating theory. They talk of the 5 sheaths, the Panchakosha, the Annamaya Kosha, which is our physical body, the Pranamaya Kosha, which is our astral body, the Manomaya Kosha, which is our mental body, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is our higher overmind, and finally the Anandamaya Kosha, the blissful sheath.
To align the koshas together, Patanjali prescribed a system called Ashtanga, or the 8-limbed path.
Yama and Niyama are the first two. Yama refers to how you behave with internally, how you experience the world. Niyama are rules. Niyam means a rule or a discipline of physically living, how you behave. Then you come to asana, which is your connection with your own physical body. Then you come with pranayama, and the whole purpose of asana is to prepare the body for pranayama, so that when you breathe, that prana can circulate completely, access different parts of your body. And then you come to pratyahara, which is restraint. Pratyahara actually means to withdraw the senses. And then you come to dharana, dhyana and samadhi, which are called the antarangas. They are the internal limbs of yoga, because if you practice the first 5 limbs, then they are the outcome. Your ability to focus, your ability to meditate on something, and your ability to access union with true self.
In the 12th century, a monastic group arose called the Naths that codified the practice of yoga into a training manual and methodology for monks called Hatha Yoga.
Hatha Yoga has been misinterpreted, certainly to a very great extent, as physical yoga. But Hatha means willpower. Willpower is stronger than mind.
These postures were first detailed in the 15th century through a book called the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. What this did was move yoga away from the lives of ordinary people and into secret schools and systems across India. By the time the British colonized India from the 18th century onwards, yogis were seen as eccentric, dangerous madmen who lived at the edge of society. By the end of the 19th century, the word yoga had started to become well known in Europe and America through the work of the Theosophists and the arrival of Swami Vivekananda. He taught Americans the ideas behind Raja Yoga. In India, The Maharaja of Mysore was a great patron of yoga. His teacher was the legendary Krishna Macharya. Iyengar was his star student and gave most of the demonstration popularizing Hatha Yoga in Mysore and across India. In 1952, Yehudi Menuhin and Iyengar became good friends, and he arranged for Iyengar to demonstrate yoga in London, Zurich, Paris, and New York's Carnegie Hall. Audiences were amazed at Iyengar's yoga, and by 1966, he had published his first book called Light on Yoga. In the next few years, this became the Bible of the new yoga movement spreading around the world.
I'm very happy that yoga, which was forgotten entirely, now, like mushrooms, it has come everywhere, and at least they have made a beginning, and I am sure when a beginning has been made, after touching the grass, probably they settle in the subtlest as time goes by.
Today, over 20 million people practice yoga of some kind in America alone, and the phenomenon is spreading worldwide.
Awareness and attention, when they come together, there is no movement of intelligence, there is no movement of mind. So there is a state where my body, my mind, my breath finds no differences at all. I'm living, even now, though I'm talking to you, even my warmth of my toe, I can feel how much warm it is. At that time, what happens? There is no movement, there is no thought. It's completely a state of forgetfulness of body and mind, but to be one with the cosmic energy and the individual energy meeting together.